yes, don't worry. We're going to take a look at the new HLC. Do not worry. But we're going to start with a few things first. Because Hero put something out. This is like really short. This is only 2 minutes long, but it's like newsworthy and it's important. So you guys heard about what Australia just did, right? Have you guys heard about that? What occurred in Australia? That basically Australia basically nuked everyone under the age of 16's capability of connecting to any social media, including Twitch. If you are under the age of 16 in Australia, you are not allowed to access any social media. Full blanket social media ban, including Twitch in Australia. Just came into play. But the US may be doing something. Tornado, no idea if it includes YouTube. I have no idea if it includes YouTube. I don't know if YouTube is included in their blanket covering of social media. But yeah, they also made it so that individuals under the age of 16 in Australia cannot even access Twitch. So they cannot even watch streams on Twitch or engage in them either. Which there's a duality there where not allowing someone under the age of 16 to stream, I don't think is a bad idea. I don't think kids under the age of 16 should be streaming. I think when it comes to streaming, you should be at least 18, possibly even 21 to stream. So preventing underage kids from streaming, I think that's fantastic because we have seen the absolute brain rot that has resulted in these kids that have started streaming since they were like fucking 9 or 10. We've seen the brain rot that ensues because of it. So I am not opposed to saying that under the age of 16 you are not allowed to stream. Not allowed to view under the age of 16, I'm more iffy about. That part I'm a little bit more iffy about making it verboten that you cannot even view a stream under the age of 16. That I'm a little bit iffy on. Because watching a stream and doing a stream are two very different things. So I'm not sure I feel about that. But, keep them off of Facebook, keep them off of Snapchat, keep them off of Instagram, keep them off of X. I'm all for it. Absolutely all for it. Bravo on that. But the U.S. is looking at bringing in their own censorship. Censorship is back on the table in the U.S., boys and girls. And Europe put out a quick video a couple hours ago about how the U.S. is trying to bring multiple censorship bills to the Congress and to the Senate. Let's take a look.
Today we talked about how Australia has begun banning people under the age of 16 from using various social media sites. And of course, to enforce this, they're going to be getting people's biometric data and asking for their bank account statements, things like that. Overt invasion of privacy and control under the guise of protecting the kids. You guys know how it is. And also, disturbingly, it was mentioned that this rollout in Australia will be a test from other governments worldwide, seeing how it goes down there and what they can take away from it for their own protocols. Consider watching yesterday's video for more information on that, but things are still proliferating here in the States as we have KOSA, the Kids Online Safety Act, is back. House pushing a massive pro-age verification package. Pushback is needed ASAP. You can see that post is from only 9 days ago, but it still gets worse. As just 20 hours ago, we have an update on that as well, saying age verification bills and KOSA being voted on in committee this Thursday, which is tomorrow. This account on Twitter, Alpha, saying red alert. The House Energy and Commerce Committee is moving full steam.
Well, that's not sure. You're saying that KOSA's died every time Roblox doesn't support it? Are you saying that Roblox is not backing it, or that it would not affect that it would not be affected by it? Because right now, Roblox is getting sued by multiple states. So I'm thinking Roblox having an issue with it is not going to matter anymore. Oh, yeah. But given the fact that Roblox is getting sued by multiple states now, it may not have the influence on congressional matters that it once did.
Ahead for several age verification bills, including KOSA, this Thursday. We need to spread mass opposition now. We cannot allow this to pass. We have to drive mass calls into Congress now and saying to call that number. This would get a response from the one and only Zenko Kirishita, a Japanese politician who has publicly been very outspoken in his advocacy for freedom of expression and his criticisms of government censorship. He says alerts are spreading in the US Congress on Thursday after House debate on the Kids Online Safety Act, KOSA, which has been criticized for effectively tightening online age verification and threatening freedom of expression. I hope that this will be known especially to people in the US. So for a few months there, it seemed like the online censorship news was kind of slowing down, but over the last 48 hours or so, it has truly ramped right back up. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments. Be safe out there, and I'll see you in the next one.
And the big issue that people are going to have with this is not that it's going to prevent kids from getting on social media, because again, a lot of people don't have an issue with that. And Tornado, to what you're referring to, KOSA does not require age verification. However, you know that when all is said and done, if this passes through the respective committees, you know that KOSA, in the end, when it gets passed fully, will get bundled with an age verification. If it's able to pass through subcommittees, committees, Senate, the House, they're going to package that along with an age verification system. That's something to keep in mind, because that will absolutely happen. And therein lies the problem. People don't have an issue with kids not being allowed on social media. Nobody has an issue with that. The problem people have is that it's going to get paired with an age verification system that is already in place in the UK, that is getting rolled out in Australia and into other places, and that's where people have an issue, because it is an unsecured repository of people's biometric data. Don't forget, the UK's the company that handles the age verification in the UK has already been hacked and had the data scraped. They've already had a breach, and it's been less than a year since it came online. That's what people don't want. Is like if they could like prove that the biometric data would be safe in some way, then people might, in a very limited capacity, maybe not have quite so much of an issue with age verification. But the problem is, this is the government. There's no chance in hell that the government will be able to secure the biometric data of the people they're requiring to give it up, and it will get hacked, and it will get stolen, and it will be used for identity theft. And that's where people have the issue. They have the issue with the fact that people's data will not be secure. All this biometric data. And that was the next point, Tornado, is that this biometric data can then be used as a censoring tool or a tracking tool, so that, like in the UK, if you say something mean online, you go to prison for 2 years, like the UK has been doing to its citizens, where somebody says a mean comment on Facebook and you are in prison for literally 2 years. This is the first step. This was the first step towards that with the online verification. And that's what people have an issue with. Keep kids off social media? Absolutely. I think universally people are all for keeping kids off social media. 100%, everybody's on board with that. But they're going to bundle it with the age verification, and that is the first step to becoming like the UK. It is. It's the first step to it, and that's where people have the problem. So, yeah. Oh, and there was something else I wanted to talk about. Oh, no. Oh, chat, this just... Oh, okay, breaking news. This just popped in my feed. They're putting motherfucking Kim Kardashian in Fortnite. Goddamn Kim Kardashian is coming to Fortnite. As if things couldn't get bad enough. We've got to deal with this hooer in Fortnite now. Let's be honest, Fortnite is no longer a game. Fortnite is now an ad platform for other franchises. I don't know who's still. I don't know. I guess Fortnite is still very popular. I played it like once, and that's it. It's like Fortnite is literally just become an ad platform for every other like franchise out there. It does not have its own identity anymore, realistically speaking. Yeah, it's a pure marketing platform. They've used it to host movie stuff like they did with Star Wars. They're using it to host fucking concerts like they did with Eminem. It literally does not have it has no identity anymore. It is basically just shilling out to any outside company that will pay it money to stick their assets into it. Haha, phrasing. Yeah, no, you don't. You don't hate Fortnite enough. But that wasn't what I was about to show you. There's okay. Well, here's one. Here's one that should interest you. Chat, the Amazon do not redeem just kicked into high gear because Amazon is investing $35 billion in India to create 1 million jobs there. So, you know those scammers that call up and say, I am from Amazon and I have seen that you have made this purchase. Would you like a refund? Yeah, you're not going to know if it's going to be a scammer or legit. Because now they're basically, this is going to be call centers, I guarantee you. They're going to create 1 million jobs and it's going to be fucking call centers. Maybe some warehouse workers. But they're going to do it in the scam capital of the fucking world. Great job, Amazon. Now people are going to distrust anything about you in the first place. Now if somebody needs to call Amazon and the person that picks up the phone, they're going to go, yeah, am I calling India? And they're going to be very reticent to actually talk to anybody. So good job on that, Amazon. But that's not the big thing. Okay, I don't know how many of you heard, so you guys remember the Doordash driver that basically broke into a guy's house and photographed a man naked while he was passed out drunk and then claimed that she got sexually assaulted by him. We all know about that. Yes, I believe Olivia was her name. We talked about that extensively. Chat, we have another DoorDash driver, evil DoorDash driver. And this one I think came pretty fucking close to killing someone. We now have another incident of a DoorDash driver fucking with a customer and nearly killing them. This time. Okay, this happened. DoorDash driver, I don't know. I forget where this happened exactly. DoorDash driver was accused of spraying pepper spray on Arby's food after dropping off at a home in Indiana. That's where it was, Indiana. Mark Carden says his wife started choking and gasping after she started eating the food. I noticed my wife had started eating and she started choking and gasping. And after she had a couple bites of food, she actually threw up. I had to look at a bag and see that there was some kind of spray or something. So I pulled up my doorbell camera and seeing that the lady who dropped off the food had actually tampered with it on purpose for some reason. The incident was reported and under investigation, which could result in a charge of consumer product tampering, a level 6 felony. No, this bitch needs to be this bitch needs to be charged with aggravated battery. The consumer product tampering, no. She needs to be charged with something a hell of a lot stronger than that. Like, these DoorDash drivers that are committing felonies, they need to get the shit smacked out of them. And we have video. We have video footage that actually shows her doing this. Just watch this. Puts it down, takes the photo.
My wife had started eating and she started choking and gasping, and after she had had a couple bites of her food, she actually threw up. It's pepper spray. It's more than likely what it is, but now in this day age, it could have been anything. Could have been rat poison. Could have been fentanyl.
That could have been like, she should be charged with biological terrorism. That she should literally be charged with biological terrorism and at the very minimum, aggravated battery. Bare minimum aggravated battery. That is disgusting.
My wife could have been dead. Definitely want to see her prosecuted.
Yeah. This is her. This fat whore with the rainbow fucking colored hair, for no fucking reason that we can discern, sprayed pepper spray clear as fucking day, sprayed pepper spray on a customer's food, causing serious injury, could have potentially killed the woman, because if she had some kind of an anaphylactic reaction, or God forbid, if this woman had asthma, she could have died. Black Wolf, I don't get it. If she wants to play with insanity, that's fine. She can be locked up in a mental institution away from society for the rest of her life. Realistically speaking, I think she should get 5 strikes of a cane and then spend the rest of her life in jail. We need to bring back stuff like caning. She 100% deserves 5 strokes of a cane, and then she could spend the next 50 years in prison. This could have been attempted murder. At minimum, it's aggravated battery, and it's biological terrorism. That's what I said, Wolf Mother. This is biological. She needs to be charged with biological terrorism. 100%. 100% she needs to get charged with it. Like tampering with food? No. It's time to stop fucking around with insane criminals like this and actually start hitting them with significant charges for the crimes that they've committed. No fucking pussyfooting around, no deals, no plea deals. She goes to fucking prison. Send her ass to prison for the next 50 years and give her 10 strikes of a cane before she goes in. This is absolutely disgusting. I hope they plaster her identity all over the internet. My guess is, and I can't wait to see it, Rich is probably going to do a video on her. If I don't miss my guess, Rich will probably do a short video on her, and I can't wait to see it. That is definitely one that we will watch. Because she needs to be famous for all the wrong reasons. And I can't wait to see her blubbering in front of a judge. Fucking cunt. And that's me being nice. Anyway. So. Alright, let's get to something more entertaining. We'll get to more. I wanted to get that out of the way. That was something I wanted to talk about. Good night, Desert. Have a wonderful night. No, Brevin, restaurants, a lot of them do seal the bags. The problem is, if she soaked the bag in the pepper spray, it's aerosolized. That stuff sticks around. And so when they brought the bag in, that aerosolized pepper spray would have been wafting through the air and affecting the people inside. I don't think she actually sprayed it in the bag itself, but even just on the bag is still going to affect people. It's still going to cause a reaction. And if someone is asthmatic, it can still cause their lungs to close up and kill them. Yeah, we can double check the video. Hang on, I'll pull it up. Give me a second. Hang on. Let me big screen it. There we go. It's tough to tell. It looks like it was folded over. It looks like it was folded over. And it might have been, I can't tell if it was sealed. It's paper. It's always paper, Spike. So it looks like the front was folded over. But even if it didn't get inside the bag, just spraying it on the bag, it can soak through it. And it does, and like I said, it's still aerosolized, so that will stay there, and it can still waft into the air, which is what might get, maybe, when the wife picked up the bag, she got it on her hands, and because it would have been wet, so maybe she got it on her hands, and then she started eating, and then she was consuming the pepper spray. Yeah, that absolutely could have been what happened. Yeah, this bitch needs to get punished severely. And not, no slap on the wrist. The judges need to start fucking people up like this. Well, Weaver, my guess is it probably was pepper spray, because it was the kind that was it's the kind that women carry on their keychains, they did the small little cans that they attach to their keychains. So it was pepper spray. Oh, Ryget, you didn't see it? Did you just get in here? You didn't see it? Okay, I'll show you again. Yeah, this psychopath walked up Well, this psychopath DoorDash driver committed biological terrorism on an unsuspecting family. Watch here. Watch here.
My wife had.
Yeah, she soaked their order in pepper spray, and the wife had a very severe reaction to it. Yeah, people need to start suing DoorDash. 100% people need to start suing the shit out of DoorDash. Because this is part of the problem with DoorDash, is that they are an completely unregulated delivery service. Well, Canito, it's mostly a lot of women do. I just generalized.
This is why I always get my DoorDash orders handed to me. I don't do drop-off.
Well, here's the thing. DoorDash needs to get put in check. They need to start getting sued. Because right now, this is the biggest problem. DoorDash is a completely unregulated delivery service. They are unregulated. There are no checks, there are no balances, there's no oversight for DoorDash. DoorDash has been given a tremendous amount of freedom with this business. It's time for governments to start inflicting oversight on them. Whatever oversight is used for standard businesses that do delivery, they need to inflict that on oversight and inflict that on DoorDash and then some. They need to have criminal record checks. They need to do background checks on every single person that applies. Because right now, DoorDash is just like, oh, you apply and you pretty much have the job. That needs to go away, and people need to start suing DoorDash. Start hitting them in the fucking wallet. The guy who who had pornographic photography taken of him by DoorDash driver, he needs to sue DoorDash. And now this family who was just poisoned by this psychopath, they need to sue DoorDash. Everybody that has something like this happen to them when they order DoorDash needs to sue DoorDash. Every single one of them. They need to start doing class action lawsuits against DoorDash. Because until you start hitting them in the fucking bank account, they're not going to do a fucking thing. They're going to just say, oh, yeah, we terminated that driver, and that's all they're going to say. They're going to say, we terminated that driver, and all's good now. And they won't do, and they literally will not do anything else. They need to start getting sued, and, who is it that said that? Hang on. Taffy Wolf, TOS does not cover their drivers committing felonies on their customers. No matter what a TOS says, anywhere, no TOS in the Western world covers felonies, covers criminal activity. Absolutely none. There's no TOS that will ever stand up at court when a crime has been committed and the company is being sued in relation to that crime. None. When they are hiring these dashers to be DoorDashers, they are under the umbrella of DoorDash, and DoorDash is taking the responsibility upon themselves that these people represent the company, and thus that they will do right by the company. So when they do something wrong, that's on the company as well. Start suing DoorDash. Anybody out there that is, anybody out there that has evidence of DoorDash drivers undergoing criminal activity in the course of their duties against you, you might want to try and reach out to the person in New York. You might want to try and reach out to the person in Indiana and start coordinating a class action lawsuit. Because that's the only way DoorDash is going to do anything. That's the only way to do it. You start suing DoorDash, things might actually change.